Hey, it's Miss Lady T. This is unusual timing. Usually I do it during the day. I'm gonna do one at night. And I've already said a lot of shit out loud because I'm sitting here just thinking about shit. And sometimes you need to stop a minute and think about shit, you know? And my lights are still going. They took a break for a little while. They came back, so watch the lights. It's cool. It's pretty neat when I'm talking and stuff. I'll look up the lights as a confirmation. I mean, I'll get it different places, but I could put this on a stand, but I'm holding it. It won't be really long. Rockstar. But just thinking about, I was missing my cat today. And I do, I miss her dearly. But I got to thinking about people and the greed that sets in. Let's see the light. She's here. Hi, Oreo. Miss you. Mommy loves you. Miss you too, Diesel. Miss you too, Brina. They'll change when I say I miss you or love you. They'll change. But they got ways, you know. Spirit has ways of manipulating lights and car horns and motorcycles and songs that you hear coming out of people's cars when they drive by. Just listen, pay attention. The universe is talking to you all the time, every day. And it's just up to us to pay attention. Anyway, I got to thinking about life. And I've watched all these things in front of me happen. Not to be morbid, I've seen good things happen to people. I've seen bad things happen to people. And I got to thinking, all these different timelines we can be in. And I believe Whitney Houston's I'm Every Woman. Have you ever really sat down and listened to that song? I'm every woman. Every woman you see, that could have been you. Or maybe that was you in a different life. A different, reincarnated. And you can believe that. If you don't believe it, that's fine. Just my belief. But got to thinking, the people that, you make fun of, or confirmation, somebody's making fun of you. If you joke about somebody's weight, being too fat, being too skinny, somebody's done that about you. That's why you need to stop and think. And sometimes there'll be situations like when I'm on smoke break and it's with my whole shift crew. Depending on who's out there and stuff, confirmation, they can get kind of raunchy. And sometimes I just depart myself a little bit. I sit around facing out, and they'll be kind of like in toward the building, and just detach a little bit. Because I can find myself wanting to participate or say a joke or make fun of that person too. Just don't. Be above that. Because they're probably making fun of you when you're not around, Brain stew, Green Day. But I was just thinking, all the things I've seen happen, I've seen at work and in my family. I've seen relationships being broke up because of one thing or another. I've seen people be alone and losing their shit because they're alone, because they're so dependent on other people. That used to be me. I never lost my shit, but I have had some moments where enough tears fill up that aquarium, confirmation, 1,000-fold. I mean, I went through some hard shit, and I'm not bloating on it or ghosting on it, but it's just things that you go through, and you'll question God. You're like, God, why am I going through this? Literally have to be broke back down to be built back up, to heal those wounds that are still there that you need to heal from. Knowing I could have been a better mom in different ways. I'm not super close with my kids, and I love them dearly. I love my grandson dearly. My mom, my brother. I've lost so many family members and pets, and it's just, I believe you go through this pain for a reason. I don't think it's for not a reason. I believe it's for you to heal things And that's hard. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's harder than shit, and a lot of people choose not to. But you got to wonder the choices people make that I see, you know, if you didn't make the money and maybe you acquired it illegally. Maybe because of this, maybe because of that. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. 1, 3, 13. But you got to wonder the price. What price are you going to have to pay for things acquired that wasn't, you know, being legit? You know what I'm saying? And I think we've all been guilty of taking advantage of situations or whatever. And Lord knows I try to live as close to God as I can, because He's delivered me from so much addiction, bad environments, bad friends, some family members not good in your energy, detach, and it's hard. It sucks, and I've shed tears, and I still shed tears about it, thinking about it, because it's like, I know this isn't all for nothing. But just stuff I see these people and hear about things, and some of these things are my weaknesses, like traveling. I don't do a lot of traveling, and that's, you know, strange to me. It's fun. I'm kind of an adventurous person, but just where life has brought me right now, I'm here, and I'm supposed to work here. But sometimes you just need a moment of peace. You just want to take a break from name calling, from barnyard noises, confirmation, where you working your hardest, and then people say, nah, you're slowing down, you're sandbagging. Common term used at my, hey, so, Dijon, and I know I'm chopping that up, I'm sorry, by Snapson. It's very pretty. It's Spanish music. It's very pretty. I even know it. Featuring Victor Dimi. Oh God, I'm sorry if I mispronounced any of that. I'm sure I did. Looks like Dijon Maya My. I know I hacked it up. But that's why I always say at the end of my videos, be good to one another and do the best thing you know to do. Don't talk 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. Don't talk about people. Don't participate in not good conversation. And sometimes it's easy to throw stuff in there because you like people seeing people laugh, and you've got some witty things you could say, but you're just keep it to yourself. And sometimes I'll spout off and say something crazy, confirmation, and I'm just like, Tanya, you shouldn't have said that. Forgive me. I'll ask for forgiveness and pray, and then be like, when that situation comes again, and it's healing. These are little situations the universe will put you through, God will put you through, to see what you'll do. Don't fuck up. Excuse my French. But I look at these people's lives, and you don't envy. You didn't be like, woe is them. It's like, that was probably you at one time in the broken family. That was probably you over there with no place to go, or being totally alone. That was you over there being sick and nobody to take care of you when you needed them. That was you standing on the train tracks wondering if you should go on or not. And it's just like, that's deep shit. And I'm sorry if I got a little deep there, but there was a person I guess had worked at my job. And a lot of the people around, confirmation, a lot of people in my job place knew this person. And she was having troubles on alcohol, got out of rehab, I think. She was out of rehab, the story goes. And she went to go get her kids from baby daddy's house. And baby daddy wouldn't give them to her because she was, drinking or on drugs or something. I don't know, debrief. Sorry, gotta watch my language on here. On substances. And she was so distraught. And who knows? This is how the story goes, but it's just like, I wonder if she was so tormented in her mind that she had to go stand on the railroad, lay down on the railroad tracks. And we know how that, duh. But how sad, and I'm sorry, trigger warning, How sad do you have to be to want to just give it up? But then I see people acquire things, maybe not in a most wholesome way, acquire, you know, cars, houses, money, all the riches and all the great cool things you could get in life. And I had a couple of exes like that, just valued substances so much above love, above peace, but beside harmony in the family, above everything. And it always takes two. Don't, you know, I'm not passing myself off as a person that always done right in a marriage, but you learn from it and you go on. And I think that's why I've been, right now, I need time to heal. So that time when I get married again, I'm going to be healed. He's going to be healed. And if we're not healed, we'll heal each other, finish healing each other, and be in love, be in peace, be happy, be abundant. And sometimes you got to wait a minute. You're just like, okay, we'll get you something going. Instead of, you know, $1 million, maybe we'll get you $10 million. Instead of a 3-bedroom house, maybe we'll get you a 5-bedroom house with 4 bathrooms. You know what I'm saying? Confirmation. Just pay attention to the lights. It's pretty cool. But yeah, you don't know. And it's divine timing. And of all the possibilities your life could have ended up, you're in the one you are in now. And it's up to you to make it the best. Sure, you're going to make bad decisions sometimes. Get back on the right decision. Sure, you're going to be tempted to do wrong. Think about it. Think about the consequences. There's consequences and all, and I don't care if something was done 30 years ago, there's consequences to pay. And I'm not saying, by universe, you've got to pay your karma up or whatever. And that's why I look around and I'm thinking, people have things and it's like, oh, a new car, good for them. I don't covet what they have. I know one day I'll have a new car. I know one day I'll have a new place to be, and one day I'll have everything I need. And I am blessed, and I'm not saying I don't have everything I need, because I do. A roof over my head, my animals are safe, everybody's full, I got a job. I'm blessed, and I'm blessed to be blessed. But I know there's more out there, and I know I got goals, and I know this is not the end. This is just the beginning. I'm tired, not just surviving, I want to live. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I know this got kind of deep a little bit. Not very long. But I just felt pressed to say this because I was just talking to myself here at home, and I'm just like, just keep going. Just keep going, man. You didn't go through all this, how does it go? You didn't get this far just to get this far. On that. I said that at work last night too. Also, a little story I done at work. This one guy, he was talking, and I had to go help him in a different department. And I'm like, hey, I said, what do you want me to do? And there's boxes. I said, I can start stocking or start conditioning the shelves. Go ahead and stock. Yeah, okay. Got to talking. And by the end of the night, there was probably about 5 or 6 of us, putting up, different things in the coolers and stuff. And I was like, are you doing okay? Confirmation. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing all right. And I forgot how it got on there. I'm just like, man, maybe we should go to church. Something about church. I don't know. So I once went to church and they had to call the fire department on me. I'm like, oh, because you burst into flames. Red. He goes, yeah. I said, come on, man. I said, you want me to help? I said, you want me to pray with you? No. He goes, I'm past that. I said, listen, I said, I see the nubs on your back from angel wings that you used to have. I said, we can get those back. You want me to pray with you? Nah. He goes, too far gone. And I'm thinking to myself, how horrible to think that you're too far gone. I mean, I don't know how far is too far gone. But damn, don't you want to start living a life that you feel peace and love? And not be looking over your back because you've done wrong, you've committed a crime, and you're like, oh God, I hope they didn't catch me, and oh, I hope that girl didn't hear me talking about her, I hope that guy didn't hear me talking about them. Well, then don't do it. Don't do crimes. Don't talk about people. You won't have to look around your back. Maybe they're there for you. You know? I don't know. Anyway, Miss Lady T, like, share, subscribe. Keep doing good. We're getting through this. Girl like you, right? Edmund Collins. Anyway, Miss Lady T, bye.